Hello everyone, so this is my 2007 Nissan Altima 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. This is the car from Copart. Currently there's no hubcaps or anything on it. How I got the car, the tires are pretty much brand new, which is a plus. It runs and drives right from the lot. The biggest things that it had were these dents. So I mean, it's pretty dented up bad right there, but apart from that, it runs and drives good from what I have experienced in the little time that I've had it. There's not much we can do about the dents other than either body work or whatever, but I'm not going to get into depth for what I paid and what I'm trying to do with this car. People are going to want an economical car that's presentable enough. Maybe try to get a heat gun and pop those dents out. Not that dent obviously on the door, but the one at least on the quarter panels right here too. We could probably take the dent out on the quarter panel, but the other thing that we have is this. So this fender, I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and replace. It's a little bit beat up. The bumper, nothing's really wrong with it except right here, and the plastic is just like broken off on the other side. So I might have to try to find a way to JB weld it and then find a new fender from a wrecking yard or something that's the same color. We'll see what I'll do, but definitely gonna get some hubcaps. The front and back look pretty good though, like if you weren't looking around the car. Let's see, let me go ahead and open the door. So that's keyless entry right here. So you press the button, it locks. If you press it again, unlocks. The interior obviously needs a detail, but all things considered, it's in pretty good condition. It's not too dirty. It's like a dark charcoal black suede. It looks pretty good. Won't take too much. I bought some floor mats at Walmart to go ahead and insert inside there. So it should be looking pretty nice for what it is. So this is the inside. Everything looks pretty decent. I haven't cleaned it or anything, so this is how it is. You can see the back right there, everything like that. It does need some mats. It has push button start, which I thought was a very cool feature for being a 2007. Starts right up. Go ahead and focus in there like that. I think it's the tire pressure sensor. Nothing's really on the dash. It makes kind of a weird noise for like a couple seconds. Nothing too crazy. The AC blows cold. A lot of cool features with this car for being the year it was, but I think I can make a pretty good profit off this. Stay tuned for the video, and I'm sure that we can go ahead and make a good little flip here. So the car does have 174,000 miles, which isn't too bad for 2007. It's Japanese. Nissan is known for not having the best transmission for these cars, the Altimas, especially this, the 2.5 liter. But it is what it is. It's running. I don't have any issues with it, so thank the Lord. But yeah, it looks pretty good. So pretty much this car has been everything that I thought it was going to be. From what I saw in the pictures, what I purchased, is pretty much what I got when I went to go pick it up, which I'm very happy about. I won the bid for about $425, which is crazy. I'm pretty good with all the fees of Copart. They do charge quite a bit, so it came out to 800 bucks. I had like a little late fee too because I picked it up a day later, because they give you 3 days, including the day that you want it. And it's quite a drive, so I had to make a trip all the way to the location and go ahead and pick it up. But as far as that goes, not too much. I'm into it about 800, 900 with gas. And there's a couple little things I want to do to it. So by the time I'm done with it, it's not going to be too much invested, and I should make a pretty good profit, and you guys will see the end result. Another thing is I have another car that's actually at a mechanic shop. He's going to put in the transmission on my 2006 Acura TL that I bought for $1,000, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip that car as well, make a good profit from that. Got the car for $1,000. The transmission was $900. The labor was $450. So depending on what resources you have, obviously you can go ahead and make a little good profit, but it just depends on where you're at, you know, who's working around you, what kind of mechanics that you know. But I should make a good profit on that too. Okay, so a little update on the Nissan. I took the bumper off and the fender on the other side, the one that was all banged up. I wanted to get one from a wrecking yard, but for the price that they were asking, it was a little bit much, being that the rest of the car has a good amount of dents. So we just decided to take off this fender and kind of straighten it out the best we could. It doesn't look the best. I mean, you can kind of see where we try to take the little dents out, but we straightened it out for the most part. Obviously, we used kind of like a heat gun and then just kind of banged it out with some different hammers. It's definitely not the best, but I guess it's better than what it was before. I got touch-up paint coming on the way. It's not going to be perfect at all by any means, but at least we could go ahead and try to cover the exposed metal. But you know, this car is not going to be for the looks on the outside, that's for sure. Other than that, the headlights were new when I got the car. I'm pretty sure they were replaced. I tried to pop out some dents. I had like a little dent puller right here, and it's like a little squeegee suction cup thing, but it didn't really do too much. Kind of pulled a big one out in the center, but it is what it is anyways. That's not gonna come off, that's not gonna come out, it's not gonna be fixed. Obviously the back end never was looking too bad. And then this dent right here more or less popped out a little bit. I took out all the stuff in the trunk and went ahead and went inside and pushed it out the best that I could. But this is one of those dents where like you push it out and then it pops back in. Push it out, push it, even with when you apply heat and stuff. So I mean, it is what it is. From this angle, it kind of looks like this quarter panel is a different color. I'm pretty sure something has been repainted on this car. Alrighty everybody, so this is the finished product of the 2007 Nissan Altima. I've done pretty much everything I wanted to do to this car to get it ready to sell it and put it on Facebook Marketplace. As you can see, we have some hubcaps. So I did buy some from Walmart that were aftermarket, but my neighbor actually had some and he said he was just gonna throw them away, and they just happened to be OEM Nissan hubcaps. So we went ahead and threw those on there, and it does really make a difference on the wheel. Got some tire shine. Washed the car. It's not the best car wash, but it is what it is for the pictures. The dent's still here obviously, but I bought some touch-up paint and kind of went ahead and touched it up. It doesn't look the greatest, but just so it doesn't continue rusting and it looks a little bit more uniform, we went ahead and did that. Again with the hubcaps. Go to the back of the vehicle. That's how it looks. Pretty nice. The back wasn't damaged at all. This was damaged a little bit right here. Kind of try to pop it out. There was a little crack in the paint, some chipping, so I went ahead and touched that up as well. And along the rim, along the edge of the fender wall quarter panel. Let's go ahead and continue on. As you can see, not too bad, not too bad. Here was where that fender was damaged. As you can see, we straightened out the fender, touched it up a bit on the corner right there, on the fender as well. I need to touch it up a little bit better. There's some little flakes that came off. That was a big piece that I had to cover up. Did a couple coats on there, and then there was this huge spot that was just bare metal that I went ahead and covered up. And the paint I got from eBay was like, I think it came out to about 20 bucks. Yeah, I think it was like 25 bucks, but it was a good amount of paint and it matched perfectly. So as you can see, this is how that fender came out after all. Instead of replacing the whole fender and paying, I think it was about, this is gonna turn out to like $250. So I just went ahead and straightened it out and touched it up. It is what it is. The car's not perfect anyways, so it should do the trick for what we want. So look at the interior, everybody. I mean, it's really clean. Went ahead and detailed it, obviously vacuumed it. We didn't get to extracting anything as far as the carpets and the seats, which probably would have been the best finishing touch. But here in person, it doesn't look too bad at all. Actually looks really clean in person. you look in here, those are the OEM mats that I came with that were in the trunk that I just vacuumed up and put back in. But the interior is really the highlight of this car. The interior is near perfect. Everything else on the exterior is, you know, not the best. But so this is it. This is the car all cleaned up, nice and detailed. And go ahead and zoom out. So yep, everything came out nice and it's ready to sell, and we'll go ahead and put all the total together to see what we spent and our profit when I sell it. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I go ahead and add up all the total costs, see what I spent, see what I sold the car for, and the total profit made. So first off, I went to go pick up this car 3 hours away after winning it on auction from Copart. So I won the auction for $425, but with all the fees, I called Copart to see what the total would come out to if I brought a cashier's check, because usually it's a little less. And it came out to $799.39. So pretty much $800. So I had to go 3 hours away, take the truck and the dolly. I went with my dad, and the gas and food alone that we spent the day pretty much going and coming costed about $234.06. And so that gas price plus a little bit extra of the food that we spent was also spent when I went to go get the car inspected about 2 hours away as well, because you got to account for the car inspection because it is a rebuilt title, or it's a salvage title until it becomes a rebuilt title when you go to the inspection site. So all the inspection sites were pretty much booked out. That's how it's been since COVID. So I had to wait, and I got a car. I booked a week after actually, so it was pretty quick, but I had to do it and scheduled it at a place that was 2 hours away from where I'm located. So that's accounting for that. So then the next thing I had to pay for was the floor mats. Pretty self-explanatory. That was $14.88 at Walmart. Not a big expense at all. Then I bought the touch-up paint for the little things here and there off eBay, and it was $16 on there, but with all the fees and everything, and then I asked for a little bit extra, so he charged me through PayPal. It came out to $23.35. So we're pretty much out the door on this car. I was into this car $1,072.21. So it sat on Marketplace for a while because I was asking like $3,800, wanting to work my way down, like probably $1,000 down. So to get $2,800 from it, but it sat and sat and sat. So I kept lowering the price, and eventually there was someone that came and wanted the car, and they offered $2,100. So I ended up just taking the $2,100 and I sold the car for that price. So I had an estimated profit of about $1,027.79. So I took this $1,000 car and made $1,000 from it. So I doubled the value of the car. So for me, that's pretty successful. I think $1,000 is pretty fair. The detail job wasn't extreme at all either. So it was just a little minor fixes, a detail, and I had this car up and running. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. It really motivates me to just keep making this content. Hit the like button, hit the share button, share with all your friends, anybody who likes cars, side hustles, and just recreating stuff and restoring things. I know this one wasn't really a restoration, but the value of the car wasn't that much to begin with. So I appreciate you all. Again, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I appreciate you for watching. Thank you.